is drinking. Okay, and Elliot. Okay, let me just make sure that host only. Oh, Rafa's got to get the packet. Okay, cool, cool. All right, guys. Oh my God, wait a minute. Everybody look at Rafa's room. Do you guys see those three beautiful objects that are very spherical? Really, really cool. Hannah, are you going to join us? Kiddo? All right, we're going to get started. Excellent. So I'm going to share actual desktop here. We're going to do something a little bit different. And I am going to show you a quick video.
The chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. Introducing Zaxby's new signature sandwich with a double hand-breaded filet, split top bun, and Zax sauce or spicy Zax sauce.
This is how I feel every time I see an ad when I'm trying to watch a video. It's really annoying.
I cannot believe that just happened.
Yeah.
Oh no. You know, guys, I gotta fix this. Didn't quite work.
It's beautiful. Go clean your bedrooms.
All right. I'll do better next time. Here we go. Now I want you to think about it. A marble, you can actually hold your fingers apart. Guys, a marble is about 2 centimeters in diameter. But of course, I've seen marbles that are many different diameters. Now, what about the human eyeball? Now, the human eyeball, everybody, I want you to take the knuckle right here. Everybody look at this knuckle on top of your forefinger. Everybody go like this. I want to see it. I want to see it right now. Okay, good. Now what that means, that knuckle is approximately 1 inch across, which is approximately 2.5 centimeters, or the average diameter of an eyeball. So you can put it up to your eye and know that what's inside your head actually has a diameter of about the length of that knuckle, which is really, really cool. Yeah, golf balls are kind of fun, right? 4.3 centimeters. Oh, I love racquetballs. Now they're getting slightly bigger. .35 for lacrosse, 6.7 for tennis ball. Don't know much about cricket. Field hockey, I love. That's about the same as a cricket ball. Baseball is slightly bigger. Dragon ball, not really sure about that sport. Nor croquet. Love my softballs at 9.7 centimeters. Now, guys, a shot put is actually not a ball. It's not called a ball. Does anybody know what a shot put is and what you do with it? Anybody want to share? You can all unmute yourself, please. That way, when you want to share, you can just speak. So a shot put, guys, is a ball that you put next to your chin and you hold it like this because it's very heavy. It must weigh, I don't know, 5 or 6 pounds, maybe 10 pounds. And you spin around in a circle and then you launch the ball as far as you can. It is literally an Olympic sport in the Summer Olympics. So,
I heard.
so it's called a sphere. In fact, all balls are sphere-like, but the shot put is probably closest to a real sphere because it's machine made of metal, and it's easier to make a real true sphere out of metal than out of fabric. Now, guys, who can explain to me what is unusual about the diameters of a rugby ball and an American football? Adalia?
Changes based on where, like how you position it.
Right. And how many diameters would you say that, like Elliot, how many diameters would you say a rugby ball has? And you'll have to unmute yourself, as well as Rafa, Hannah, and Claire. Can you please unmute yourself, Elliot? And Luke, do you have any ideas? And Claire,
Oh,
unmute.
I don't have any.
Say again.
Me?
Go ahead, Luke.
Oh, well, I don't have any. They look pretty similar.
But how many diameters do you think that they have? Do they have one diameter like every other sphere? Elliot, what do you think? Elliot, use your words, buddy.
They have two diameters because they're not equal. No.
Right. So
they're
show
not-
me with your hands. They have a vertical diameter, and then they have a horizontal diameter. So if the vertical diameter of a rugby ball is 27 centimeters, what would you estimate to be the horizontal diameter? Hannah?
I'm not still thinking.
What do you think? I mean, just give me an estimate. If it's 27 from top to bottom, what do you think it is from side to side?
Wait,
I'm sorry?
I didn't hear you, but were you calling on me?
I asked you, Hannah, if you know what the horizontal diameter was of a rugby ball, just based on the picture.
Maybe like 10 or something?
Okay, interesting. What do you think, Dahlia?
Something like 13.5.
There's a lot of noise in somebody's background. If they could mute themselves, please. Thank you, Luke.
Maybe 13.5.
Oh, maybe it's half of it. I'm not really sure, but it's really an interesting ball. Claire, you ready? Here we go. A medicine ball is huge. A beach ball is even bigger. Wait a minute. What is that? Rafa, what is that?
The world's largest rubber band ball. Actually, I think I have it in my Guinness book of my book of Guinness World Records in my room. I
Ah.
actually have that. I think I'll try to find it.
Oh my God, that would be really cool. So I will tell you guys. Let me see. Why am I having trouble finding it? Okay, I'm not gonna do that right there. All right, here we are. I want to share, and there we are. All right, there is something terribly wrong with this picture. So here's the picture of the world's largest rubber band ball. What is wrong with that picture? Now, the internet, this is one of those things where we can say that the internet is not always correct. Oh, pretty cool, Rafa. Very, very cool. Who can see a problem? Claire, do you see it? You have to be really
The rubber
focused on it.
bands are like pointy.
Oh, that's kind of interesting, but that just makes it, that just gives it structure. That just gives it structure. But what's wrong with the picture? There's something mathematically incorrect. And I want you guys thinking about that. Luke, are you looking hard at that? Adalia, you had your hand up?
I don't think this is it, but I don't really see how like rubber band could stretch that big. Like there are some that goes from the top to the bottom.
Yeah. Well, when you say that big, what do you actually mean?
Like I think it would probably snap before it went that far.
Well, I mean, you could make rubber bands bigger, right? But guys, are you looking at what it says? Guys, 100 centimeters is approximately how wide? What is 100 centimeters exactly?
A meter?
Yes, 100 centimeters is exactly 1 meter. And 1 meter is approximately how many feet?
3? No.
Yep. What does this say?
6 feet and 7 inches.
Yeah, so 3 feet does not equal 6 feet 7 inches. So unfortunately, this graphic is wrong. Now I have to go to my trusty friend, Rafa. Rafa, what does your book say is the diameter of the greatest rubber band?
It's actually says that it's 6'7", but I'm trying to find it in centimeters, and I don't think I can find it.
No, but does your book say 6 feet 7 inches?
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. So guys, we're gonna go with 6 feet 7 inches. Now, who can tell me if I know the diameter is 6 feet 7 inches, what am I gonna do to that to find the circumference, which, by the way, Idalia, to your comment, a rubber band would have to stretch at least as big as the circumference in order to go around the outside. So does anybody have any ideas how we find the circumference from 6 feet 7 inches? Anyone? What's the first thing, Claire, that you would do here?
I'm not sure.
I mean, do you know if I told you the diameter was 2 meters? Would you know? Would anybody know what to do? We've been talking about this over the last few weeks. Adalia?
Multiply it by 3 and I think a 7th.
Yeah, Hannah, what number is that called?
Pi.
Right. If we multiply 2 meters by pi, or 3.14, or 3 1/7, we will get the circumference. So who can give me the approximate answer in meters? Elliot, can you give me the approximate answer in meters? And please unmute yourself. Hannah, Claire, Rafa, Elliot, and Luke. Please unmute yourselves. Luke, unmute yourself. Go for it. There you go. Excellent. Elliot, you're the only one. I need you to unmute yourself. Excellent. So Elliot, what is the approximate number of meters in the circumference? And if you can do, if 6 is your answer, that's fine. But if you can do better than 6, even better. Because 2 times 3 is 6.
6 point.
Just double that guy.
No, 6.28 or 6.8.
Yes, everyone. Awesome, Elliot. 6.28 meters is the circumference. Now, how are we going to find it in feet? Who has a plan? Go for it. Go for it, Adalia.
Multiply 7 inches by pi and then add it to 3.2. No, not 3. 6.28.
Well, this guy, that's a great idea. But this guy's in the metric system and this guy's in the standard system. Claire, are you thinking about this? I want everybody thinking about this. Hannah, what do you think? Luke, come on, man, weigh in. How many feet is 6 feet, 7 inches? It's 6 and what fraction? Come on, 7 inches is what fraction of 1 foot? Say it out loud.
7/12.
It's 7/12. Right. Who can convert 6 and 7/12 feet into an improper fraction? Does anybody know how to do that? Rafa, are you paying attention here? I see a lot of people doing different things. Hannah, I would like you to tell me if you know it.
79/12.
Wow. Hannah, can you give me an algorithm for that, please?
I did 6 times 12 and then added 7 to it.
Okay, would anybody like to see the algebra behind this? I want you to really pay attention. Rafa, I want you to really pay attention. The way you convert a mixed number to an improper fraction is exactly what Hannah said. So Claire, look up for this. You take the 6 times the 12, which in this case is AC, and you add 7 to it, in this case, B, and that is over a denominator of C. 79/12. Now, if you can convert mixed numbers to fractions, who can convert 3 1/7, which is equivalent to pi, to an improper fraction? Who can do that?
22.
Don't say it out loud. Don't say it out loud.
I think that's it.
Think about it. Come on. 3 times 7 plus 1 on 3. 1, 2, 3.
22 sevens.
Aha. So now all we have to do is 79/12 times 22/7. Now, I'm going to make your life easier here. Would you like to see what mathematicians do for each other? This mathematician is going to change the 9 into a what? Just to make this easy. What do you think I want to change that 9 to? Luke, any ideas?
Maybe a 7.
That's my man. Now, Luke, explain to me why. Why would I want this to be divisible by 7?
So you could simplify it. You can simplify 7 into 77.
So 77 sevenths. Don't say it out loud. Who knows how to simplify 77 sevenths? On 3, everybody. 1, 2, 3, go.
11.
11 over 1. Excellent. It's 11. Now, who can simplify 22 twelfths? Don't say it out loud. 22 twelfths. Raise your hand. Come on, get ready. Just cut them both in half. On 3, 1, 2, 3.
11 sixths.
That's it. And now let's multiply across. Let's cut the heads off and then cut the feet off. So 11 times 11 is?
121.
And 6 times 1 is?
6.
And guess what, guys? Very conveniently, 121 divided by 6. Come on, guys, short division. 6 into 12 is?
2.
6 into 1 is?
20.
0.
0 with a remainder of?
1 6.
And there you are, guys. The circumference of this ball, the circumference of this ball is approximately how many feet?
20.
21 foot around. Now, guys, can you imagine a rubber band that's that big? Can you just imagine that? Now, I want everybody right now to choose one of the spherical objects. Page number 2. So everybody go to page 2. And I want you to choose a spherical object. Now, I want you to look at the diameter of the object. And I want you to record it on page 9. So for instance, I'm going to choose a softball, which is 4.5 inches in diameter. So I'm going to go to page 9. I'm going to say softball 4.5 inch diameter. Everybody write down theirs. And please choose one that's different from a softball. And let me know when you've chosen it and when you've written it down on page 9. So Claire's done it. Hannah, have you done it yet, honey?
Not yet.
Okay, so choose it, write it. Luke, what about you, buddy? All I see is darkness there, so I can't really see what's going on.
Oh, I have a baseball.
Okay, did you write down the diameter?
I am right now.
Good, good. How about you, Elliot? Good. How about you, Adalia?
Good.
And Rafa? And Rafa?
I'm doing the quarter.
Okay, but did you write it down yet?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Now, everybody look up. This is what I want you to do. I want you to take the decimal and I want you to convert it to a mixed number. In my case, it's 4.5. And then I want you to convert that to an improper fraction. In my case, it's 9/2 inches. Then I want you to multiply 9/2 by 22/7. And I want you to cross cancel if you're able to. In my case, it's 11-1. And then 99/7 is my answer. But I'm going to divide 99 by 7 to see what it is as a mixed number. And I get 14 1/7 inches is the circumference of my softball. So I want everybody to do theirs right now. And if you finish, do another one. If you finish with that, do another one. And then we'll check your work. So take about 5 minutes to do as many as you can.
What would I do for the egg?
I love it. All right, let's look at the egg. I would say, why don't you choose 2.25 inches for your diameter? 2.25. And I'm only doing that to make it a little more challenging. But as you know, an egg is like an American football or a rugby ball or like a walnut. It has 2 diameters, like Elliot told us. Rafa, question?
Yeah, do I have to do the ones that are on the sheet, or can I do other things?
Oh, well, if you've got others, I'd love to, as long as you record the diameter so we can take your diameter and work with it.
What would I divide like the egg by?
Well, if you take 2.25, you have to convert that first to a mixed number, 2.25, then convert it to a fraction, which is what? Would that be 9/4?
Yeah.
Okay, then Claire, you have to multiply 9/4 by 22/7. And the beauty of that is you can cross cancel the 22/4. The same way I cross canceled my 22/2. Luke, which one are you working on?
The baseball.
Cool. You picked a hard one. I like it. What about you, Adalia? Which one did you choose?
I finished the quarter and I'm doing the teacup.
Cool. Now, I'm thinking of the teacup, Adalia. You might even want to do that one in decimals. The same way Elliot was able to do 2 times 3.14 is 6.28. You might want to try that as well. Elliot, which one are you working on?
Baseball.
Cool. Nobody seems to like the grapefruit.
I was about to pick the grapefruit, but then I decided baseball.
You can do both. Wow. Not good, not good, not good.
Should I chat the answer to you?
Well, here's what I want. I would like to start asking for volunteers to share their object, their diameter, and then their final answer. So who wants to go first? Okay, go for it, Adalia, and then Rafa.
The first one of the objects I did was a pea. The diameter was, oh great. The diameter was 0.25, and I just realized by accident I wrote a half instead of a fourth, and so I did the math wrong.
Oh, wait a minute, hold on. If you wrote a half instead of a fourth, couldn't you just cut your answer in half? So what did you get for your circumference?
I got 1 4/7.
So you got 1 4/7, but since that is 11/7, what would half of that be? Guys, all you have to do is double your denominator, Adalia. If you double your denominator, you cut it in half. Do you see it? So 1/4 times 22/7 is 11 halves, which gives you 11/14 inches, which is the circumference of a pea, which is amazing. Good job, Rafa.
The object that I did is my teddy bear's ear.
So teddy ear.
By the way, I'm gonna do his tail next, I think. That won't really work. But,
and what was the diameter, your estimated diameter for
the diameter I tried with the ruler, it was about 3.5 inches. I'd say it's pretty close.
And 3.5 is equivalent to 3.5, which is equivalent to what?
7 halves.
7 halves, and 7 halves times 22. Oh my God, guys, everybody look up at this before he says the answer. Wow. Everybody look at that.
I was quite lucky with this.
Did he choose the luckiest one?
I think I might have.
Oh my gosh, everybody on 3, say it. 1, 2, 3.
11.
It's 11. Oh my God. That's so cool, Rafa. I didn't realize that would happen. That's so cool. Who wants to do the next one? Claire, Hannah, Elliot, Luke? Luke, go.
Okay, so the baseball was 2.75 inches, which equals 2 3/4.
So 2.75 is 2 3/4, which is equal to?
Which is equal to, what was it? 11/4.
And 11/4 times 22/7.
So for that I got, oh, I think I didn't write it down. 1 second. Oh, I got 121/7.
I don't agree. Because
Okay.
2 times 7 is your denominator.
Okay, let me retry this.
So what? So it's really 121 over what?
Oh, over 14.
Yeah, and everybody look up to see what I'm going to do. I'm going to change Luke's answer. Luke, check this out, to 120 over 14. Now cut him in half. Come on. Come on, Luke.
60 over, oh, 60 over 7.
7. And when I divide 60 by 7, what do I get?
You get 8 and 4/7.
I get 8 and 4/7 inches is the approximate. Now, Elliot, you also did a baseball. How close did you come to the 8 and 4/7? And keep yourself unmuted, please. That's really important to me. Claire, Hannah, Rafa, and Luke, and Elliot. Go ahead.
Okay. I did pretty much the same thing.
Say again, buddy.
I did pretty much the same thing.
A little bit, you'll have to go louder for me, buddy.
I did pretty much the same thing.
Excellent. Did you do another one?
No.
Okay, why don't you do another one? And Hannah, what about you?
I did the penny,
The penny.
and the diameter was
You did Adalia's sister. What is the diameter of Adalia's sister?
0.75.
So 0.75, which equals 3/4. And then tell me what you ended up with.
I got 2 and 5/14.
And so 22/4, 11 halves, 33/14, and you got 2 and what?
I got 2 and 5/14.
Wow, that is awesome. I think that's a really cool one. That's a really cool one. How about you, Claire?
I did the egg, and the diameter is 2 inches. Which is also
Keep going. Did you also try to multiply it by 3.14? So 2 times 3.14. Remember what Elliot did?
6.28.
And guess what? If you divide 44 by 7, you get 6 and 2/7, which is almost identical to 6.28. Really, really cool. And have we got everybody now? Claire, did we do yours yet? That was yours, right? And then Penny, we did the penny for Hannah. Okay, are you guys ready to do my favorite sphere? Are you ready?
What is it?
Well, it's obvious that my favorite sphere is on the planet on which you're standing.
Earth.
Yes. The Earth has a diameter of 7,938 miles. By the way, last summer, I dug all the way through the diameter of the Earth, but it was very hot. I got, where do you think I got the most hot? At the surface or inside?
Probably inside.
Definitely inside.
What part?
The core.
Yeah, the core was so hot, I had to wear a bathing suit and bring sunglasses. It was very, very hot.
But what you said.
Now, guys, do you know that we have never dug into the Earth
It's too hot.
more than just a sliver? Can you guys picture right now an apple? Can you guys picture an apple?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you picture an apple, okay, and you know how the skin of the apple is something you can peel away or you can eat? Now, we have only dug about halfway into the skin of the apple. that is it's the metaphor of the distance that we've actually dug into planet Earth. So
humans don't have good heat resistance, or humans don't have good heat resistance.
But they also, Elliot, we don't have equipment. Not only do we not have equipment and drills, but we don't have a way to support the Earth. If we dug into the Earth too far, what would happen?
It'd crack.
It would collapse around us. Have you ever dug a hole at the beach too deep and it collapses?
Yeah.
Try to go down miles. Now, I want you guys to write 7,938 miles for Earth. 7,938 miles. And that is the diameter of planet Earth. Now, when we do this one, 7938, we're going to need to multiply that by 22/7. Now, guys, does 7 divide into this number evenly?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
It might.
And so because it doesn't, I'm going to just change that last digit to a 3. Now, everybody,
Cut down the Earth by 5 miles.
let's do 7933 and divide that by 7. All right. 7 goes into 7.
Once.
Remainder.
Nothing.
7 into 9.
Once.
Remainder.
2.
Uh-oh, I think I made a mistake. Keep going.
With what?
Keep going.
3 times.
3 times remainder.
2.
2. And I changed it back to an 8 now. Keep going.
1.
And that is a 4. So you got 1,134 to 1. And now all you have to do is multiply that by 22. And I want everybody to look up and see what I'm doing right now. Are you ready? Now, when I do this, all I have to do is double this number. Can you double this number, please? Go.
2,268.
Now, write that number down again directly, but don't write it directly below it like I did. Don't do that. Move it over 1 place value. And all you now have to do is add. What did you guys get?
2,490. No.
24,948.
948.
So guys, the circumference of the planet Earth is, I cannot believe it's true, but it literally is approximately 25,000 miles. Now, what if I want to ask anybody, has anybody ever traveled 25,000 miles? And I want everybody right now, hold on a second. I'm going to go here. Where is it? Participants. And I'm going to mute all. Can I ask everybody to unmute themselves? I know I haven't mentioned that before. Thank you. Luke,
I just have a little bit of background noise.
That's okay. Now, guys, how many of you have traveled 25,000 miles? I'm asking about you guys.
I might have.
Rafa said he has. Anybody else?
Thanks.
Does that mean like mileage on the car or like? Well,
Anything.
I think I might have.
I might have traveled 15.
So Adalia, what was your thinking on this?
I guess I've been to Japan, and since that took so long on an airplane, I'm just guessing.
Well, honey, you've traveled literally halfway around the world, and the fact that you're back in Boston means that you had to travel the other halfway around the world. So you have literally traveled 25,000 miles on an airplane. Rafa, you go?
I actually have been to Japan several times.
Wow.
Yeah, because my family and we love the food. And I've been to California a lot. I've been to quite a few states. I've been to Greece. I've been to Rome. I think I've been to China.
Anybody else?
Yeah.
Anybody else traveled?
I've maybe done.
I've never left the country.
Well, guess what, Claire? You,
What?
Claire, have traveled millions of miles. Adalia?
By that, do you mean because the Earth orbits the sun?
Yes, I mean exactly that. Now, guys, I want you guys to take a look at the sun right now, okay? The sun is this,
not right on Earth, but on Earth.
and Earth is there. Now, I want you guys to watch this. I'm going to change the color of the orbit. What color would you like for the orbit?
Purple.
Blue.
Purple? Okay, watch this, guys. This is the orbit of the Earth. Every year, this is planet Earth, this is the sun. Every year, guys, you all travel, as do I, the circumference of the orbit of the Earth. Now, you don't feel like you're traveling that far. Who knows the radius of the, the radius of this circle?
No.
Anyone?
Used to.
The distance between the Earth and the sun.
A lot.
It's 93 million miles. Now, if guys, now I'm just going to think, yeah, good. So if the radius of the orbit is 93 million miles, what is the diameter? Who can answer that question?
100.
Okay, go, Claire.
186 miles.
Miles?
8 million miles.
Million. Guys, that's just the diameter.
Whoa.
Now, we have to multiply that by pi. Now, what we're going to do is forget the millions right now. Let's multiply 186 over 1 times 22 over 7. And I'm going to change this number slightly to make it a little bit easier. I'm going to make that number a 2. Okay, you guys ready? Come on. 182 and 7 is what? 26. 26. Double 26. Everybody out loud.
52.
and add it, pushed over one place value. Can you please now tell me, how far do you guys travel every year?
What?
572 million miles.
Every year, Adalia, million miles. Now, I'm just gonna pick up my calculator for a second, and I'm gonna write 572 million, and I'm gonna multiply that by the number of years I've been around. And so I have already traveled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have traveled 33.7 billion miles in my lifetime. And if any of you have grandparents who are older than 59 years old, they will have traveled even further. Now,
I think in total I've traveled, I'm almost 10, so maybe a little less than 5 billion miles.
oh, yeah, dude.
I've traveled 720 million miles. No, billion.
Yep, you're 5.7. If you're 10 years old, you have traveled 5.7 billion. Yep, 5.7 billion. Now, I gotta say, do you guys like space travel? I mean, do you like riding on this amazing spaceship?
Yeah, I guess.
Do you know that every single day I think about traveling through space like we are? And I'm just really glad that gravity exists, because if it didn't, I think the ride would be kind of bumpy, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So gravity, I'm really glad is there. I'm glad that you guys now can look at every sphere and every circle a little bit differently. I hope you spend the rest of your life thinking about circumference, thinking about diameter and radius and space travel. And maybe next time we'll talk about how far Plutonians travel every year. And that might be a lot of fun. All right, guys, it is so awesome to be back with you. And I just have to think of something even more fun to do next week. This lesson was out of this world, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so to speak. Anyway, I hope everybody is fun and safe, and I will see you, and I will send you the video in a couple of days when I upload it to the beautiful cloud up there in the sky. See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.